Classic Physique division. Classic Physique has been dominated, absolutely dominated by Chris Bumstead, but there's a new guy on the scene, guys, that is a powerhouse that everybody's talking about, Ramon.
Yes. A lot of people talking about Ramon, and they're talking about, is this guy for real or is he just hype? If you think he's just hype, you need to wake up. This guy is the real deal. He placed top 5 in his first Mr. Olympia. He went to the Arnold Classic and he placed 2nd place. He surpassed Urs Kalinsky and he surpassed Brian at the Arnold Classic. He only has 2 guys ahead of him right now. One of them is this guy here by the name of C-Bum and Terrence Ruffin. When you look at this guy's physique, you got to take in consideration he's in his mid-20s and his arms are big. If there's one thing that we talked about Chris Bumstead is that maybe his arms were not up to par to his physique. Everything else is just unbeatable. But even Chris has admitted, hey, I could have bigger arms. Well, this guy can attack Chris on that department. The second thing is these pictures are from last year's Mr. Olympia. This guy has been making tremendous improvements. At the Arnold, he looked bigger, thicker, and more conditioned. And if he continues to do that, he can be the challenge against Chris Bumstead. Terrence a little smaller, great poser, he's dense, but look at the height. They're kind of like the same height, same prototype. And if you look at the back double biceps, Chris has thickness, but Ramon is a guy that if he's conditioned, he has the detail. What do you think, Chris Cormier?
Yes, he does have the detail, he does have the thickness, and like you said, the height, Terry. The arms are the one thing. I think also, if he just improves some of his posing, there's just the technical things you want to do with the posing. Let's say like the side chest. The side chest, he's not taking advantage of his physique in his pose. Chris hits the perfect side chest. That's the perfect side chest. That's the pinnacle of what you want to say.
Pulling that back pec around to get all those great striations in, to get that depth.
Yes, and if you notice, elbow to elbow, you can set up your frame and show that you have a wide frame. Dino right there is not taking advantage of that. His arm is kind of straightened and just pulling around. Nothing's set in stone. You can see the way he's grabbing and clasping his arms. The fingers are all out of whack. I just don't want to have anything from your head to your fingers to your toes. Everything matters when you set up a pose and try to be extraordinary in that pose.
Now, you set from the ground up, quad to quad, from the calves to the quads and hams, were pretty equal.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to have to say that if you look at the definition of Chris Bumstead, separation of his glutes with his hamstring is superior than Ramon. Now, Ramon is very close. And I remind you guys, this is Mr. Olympia 2021. He has made improvements since.